Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed Shlita. We continue along midweek with our study of Zechus Hachayal Yonatan Yitzchak, Refuah Sheleimah Am Yisrael, and for the safe return of all of our hostages. And please continue to daven for Hachayal Yonatan Yitzchak ben Ateret Refuah Sheleimah. The next chapter, Netias Eitzim V'Gidul Peros HaKadoshim, planting trees and fruits that are holy. Here we go. Kefisha lamanu, netias atzei peri yisod merkasiv mitzvahs yishuv haaretz. So as we have learned, planting fruit trees is a foundational part of the mitzvah of settling in the land. Shalidei kach haaretz mis yasheves motzias perosah kadoshim v'yotzeis midei shimona. For by planting trees and fruit trees in the land, which then, of course, bring out their holy fruits. We discussed the sanctity of the fruits and vegetables of Israel. And by doing so, it takes the land out of desolation and into inhabitation. Odo sifa v'chachamim, the Chachamim tell us in the Medrash in Vayikra Rabbah, because the pasuk says, "Nemar acharei Hashem Elokechem telechu." The pasuk says that we have to follow in the footsteps of God, or follow after Hashem. Is it possible for someone to walk after God, so to speak? And the pasuk also says, "You shall cling to Hashem." Is it possible for someone to actually cling to the divine presence? It means that you have to walk in the paths of God and you have to cling to His attributes. Shenemar, Vayita Hashem Elokeim Began Eden, Af Atem, Keshetikantu L'Aretz Lo Tisasku Ela Matetchila, Zeu Shenemar V'chisavo L'Aretz Unetatem. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when God created the world, one of the first things that He did is planting. It says He planted a garden in Eden. So too, when you come into the land, the first thing you should do is be involved in planting. And also the pasuk says, when you come into the land of Israel, it's in Vayikra, Perek Yutes, and you plant. That when you plant trees in Israel, you are actually following in the ways and clinging to the attributes of Hashem. We see this medrash usually in other contexts, what's called Mahu Afatah. We say Mahu Hashem Racham, Afatah Racham, Mahu Chanun, Afatah Chanun, Mahu Mevaker Cholam, Atem Mevaker Cholam. So we follow in the ways of Hashem. Hashem is merciful, Hashem is kind, Hashem visits the sick, Hashem comforts the mourner, etc. So here we have it in this context of planting. One of the first things that Hashem did was planting, so we should follow in the same path. But Netias Eitzim Yeshnei Yisronos. So there are two bonuses when it comes to planting trees. Harishon, Hashkol Tevach Aruch, Lefa'amim Anashim Notim Betilas Darkam, Lashkia Bedvarim Cholfim, Vator Madricho Sarn Lishdakeh Be'eretz B'derech Keva. Basically, it's a long-term endeavor. When you're planting a tree, obviously you're not going to see results right away, but it means that you're here to stay. You're here for what's going to happen in a long time. That's the first attribute. Hasheni, because of the fruit trees, so then the trees will produce these holy fruits. Show some on the ochlim, because then we eat them. And there are many mitzvahs that are to be fulfilled with fruit that comes from the holy trees of Israel, such as truma, meiser, giving the 10th, and arla, not using the tree for the first 3 years, revai, etc. All those are part of the mitzvah when we plant trees, so it just produces other mitzvahs. Shalom Nassim Shapiro, Talmidei Ha'Ari HaKadosh. Question was asked by Rav Nassim Shapiro, who was a student of the Arizal. Madua, Keshahayu Avosina Bamidbar Zochol Lechal Esamon. Shuhumazon Nisi Ushimimi. Why is it that when the Jewish people were traveling in the desert for 40 years, they merited to eat the man, which is nothing short of a miraculous food? And why is it that when they came into the land of Israel, that the man, this miraculous food, stopped coming? I mean, after all, they didn't have anything when they came into the land of Israel. Heshiv, and he answers, the desert, anywhere outside of Israel, are considered places that are tameh, they are ritually impure, and therefore they could not possibly absorb or maintain the sanctity that's found in fruit And therefore, we had to have food that came down from the heavens, miraculous food, so that they wouldn't mix up with the impurity of the land which they were in, which is the desert. In this way, not impurify the people, and therefore they could receive the Torah and maintain the Torah. Eretz Yisrael, however, when it comes to Israel, She Eretz HaKodesh, which is a holy land. Again, we use that term a lot, the holy land. Hakadosha miskale mislabeshes beperes hakadoshim. Sanctity is revealed and it's found even in the fruits, these holy fruits. Therefore, we won't, not that why didn't the man, we don't need it anymore because we have fruits that are sanctified. V'hosif al dvarav chaver Moshe zechus she'adarabba hakadosha shebeperes Eretz Yisrael yisera alaman. Added that no, the fruits in Israel are even perhaps better or more sanctified than the man. Even though the man was miraculous, the fruits in Israel are more. Because by eating the holy fruits of Israel, it's making some sort of tikkun, some sort of repair for a physical mitzvah. So we have a physical aspect, but we're elevating it, we're ennobling it into a level of kedusha. Rav Kook, and again he quotes from Rav Kook, "Shakadusha shel Eretz Yisrael hi kedusha shemeskala derech hateva." The sanctity of the land of Israel is something that is revealed via nature. And v'ilu hashchina sheyardei manu legalos yesh ba es hakishron lahamin es hakadusha benigud lateva. Avazui kedusha she'ena sheleimah. And the Shechina, the divine presence that comes with us, and that it reveals itself, it has the ability to reveal kedusha or to elevate kedusha opposite the realm of nature. But that's not a complete kedusha. We want the complete sanctity in every aspect of life, which means not only a spiritual above nature type of sanctity, but even something within the realm of nature, and that's something Rav Kook says can only happen in Artzeinu HaKadosha, in the Holy Land. And this is the unique aspect of the Torah that is learned in Israel also, because it reveals Hashem's word in this world, in every aspect of life. And therefore, the full faith and the full life is revealed. So, a little bit esoteric, Rav Kook type of ideas, but I think we understand that when we plant trees and we have mitzvahs that come as a result of those trees, it's very different when it's done in Israel as opposed to anywhere else. And that fruit and vegetable and that planting each has a chelik in the mitzvah of Yishuv Eretz Yisrael, something we have to take to heart. So please continue to daven for the holiness of the land of Israel, the holy soldiers of the IDF, Refuah Sheleimah L'Am Yisrael, a safe return of all of our hostages. And please continue to daven for Hachayal Yonatan Yitzchak and Ateret Please. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you here next time. Have a good day.